do. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Debbie. I go by Deb's Destiny on Ravelry and Deb's Destiny on Facebook, but most of my stuff's on Ravelry.
And welcome to the Never Cast Off podcast. My name is Sheila, also known as Blue Yarn Always on Ravelry. And today is April
11th.
11. Snake eyes. Double snake eyes.
There you go.
Double snake eyes. Welcome.
So we decided to look up and see how many folks are following us, and we just realized on YouTube we have 120 followers.
Yes, thank you for subscribing on YouTube.
Yay! And we also checked how many times folks have viewed us. We're at 1,020 views.
Yes, that's quite a lot.
That is a lot.
That's quite a lot. I think we're on. This is episode 8.
8.
Are we in episode 8 or episode 9?
I think it's 8.
Think it's 8. I'm not sure. We should see bad planning. Bad podcaster.
It's a bad, very bad. No, not really.
Well, and we also hope you had a good Easter. Our intentions was to podcast on Easter, but Deb got sick.
I did.
I got a lot of family in, and this is episode 9.
It is! Yay!
8 has already been recorded.
It's done.
Welcome.
It's behind us. The next one is going to be double digit.
That's right. So welcome to episode 9. And since we didn't record at Easter, we are wearing, well, Debbie's wearing her Easter bonnet, and I just grabbed a hat that I crocheted, and I knew you were coming.
What's the name of it?
It's like a turban.
Yeah,
I crocheted a turban.
But it's like a genie.
Oh,
bonnet.
yeah, a genie hat.
Genie hat.
But Deb actually made the effort of knitting or crocheting. Knitting herself an Easter bonnet for our Easter recording that didn't happen.
Yeah, so that's what my Easter... And what I really wanted to do is I was going to say, this is my Easter bonnet. Oh, isn't it a beautiful Easter bonnet? I wanted to have a big flower.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
funny.
It didn't work. So, and my thing just fell off.
But you knitted such a pretty Easter hat.
Oh, it's a very fabulous hat. So what do I plan to do with my fabulous hat? Because I'm not really much of a hat person. At church they have, they do a lot of skits for the kids. So I'm going to be donating my hat so that they can do some skits. You know, it's kind of interesting because it could kind of double. You can tack it up sideways a little bit, and you can almost do a cowboy. Yep. Or hat. You could kind of just tack it up in the front, and then I know what I used to do with these types of hats is I would tack it up like this and do a flower arrangement coming up the side and going over the top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so no, but this one we're just gonna... There we go.
It's a cute hat.
Thank you. So I finished something this week. I did.
I have no escapees.
Not one.
Zip. Zilch.
No, but you have a lot of stuff for the DIY.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ended up, last time I ended up talking about how I was going to felt. So I decided to make a cat toy complete with a little tail because cats like to chase mice and the little tail. And then the second one, I decided to do that, and then all of a sudden...
Oh my gosh, look at that face. He's smiling like,
yeah.
Thank you for making me.
Thank you. I want to eat you right back. Okay, so... my poor cats.
They're just adorable.
So, yeah, so I actually threw them in the washer and felted them with other stuff and that. So that's that. Now, oh, I didn't talk about this. We actually the wrong button was hit. And so this is our second try at episode
9.
But the, that's wrong. I just finished a test knit for, it's called For Lida, Lida. It could be Lydia, but Lida.
That's her Ravelry name?
No, that's the name of the mittens.
The name of the mittens?
So, she's doing a hat and different things like that. So this is, they are the same length. I just might not have put them on the right way or something. But she's doing the design for free for a few, so I'm going to get the link on there. And feel free, you can go ahead and get the pattern for free for the. She's not sure how long she's going to have the pattern free, so if you're interested in making them, go ahead and download it, get it. Go ahead and get it now, and or you can wait and pay for it in a little bit in case you want to support a Ravelry designer. I absolutely love these gloves. These were a little bit beyond my reach to do, and I had to start a few times. 7, restart. But
Lucky 7.
There you go. But it was something I really learned a lot. I love this pair of gloves. They're gorgeous, and the pattern really is well written, and I really enjoyed doing this one. So that one is done. So that was my, I don't even know, was it? Oh, the do-it-yourself. I should have put the little felted things. Anyways, so this one right here is the BC Ruffle Wrap.
Oh, there you go, babushka.
There you go. It's like a babushka, but it's not. And actually, my hat matches.
Do you have a shop pin with you? Because I
No. Hey, do you have a...
I do. You want people to know you're a knitter?
If you want people to know you're a knitter, you just go ahead.
Get one of your straight needles.
You get a straight needle. The longer, the better. And then you just choose it. The longer, the better. And it's like... This hat just goes with this outfit. I don't know what the heck.
Is it the same yarn?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, it does match.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I had a skein left over, and it was long enough, and I just wanted it to be done. So, okay.
How
Here's
cute.
your trusty little thing.
Nice old straight needle.
And very old. So I love this pattern so much that I wanted to do a second one. So it's done.
Nice.
And with the first one that I did, I didn't know as much about knitting then as I did now. And I hadn't even thought about gauge. I didn't know what gauge was at that time. So when you hold up my first one, like right now you hold it up and it's the same length. Or pretty darn close to it. The other one, one stopped here, and the other one stopped like this. It's like significantly. It's like 5-inch difference. It's kind of interesting, but it was like my third project. So
the gray one's very nice, though.
Yeah, I really love it, but it's very, very forgiving. So even if it is a newer project and you're a newer knitter. Even if the gauge is significantly off, the way that it flops around, you can flop it and nobody even notices. Oh my goodness, it's 5 inches longer on one side than the other. Nobody notices. You can just flop it and nobody ever cares. Until you start talking about it on a podcast, then everybody knows. You're kind of off the hook then.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow, you've done a lot this week for your escapees.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's about time, though. You're like, do you get it? Did you cast off? I'm like, no.
Nope.
No.
Well, you know what? We had good intentions of podcasting over Easter, but Deb got sick. I had family come in unexpected.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so that's kind of the delay on why nothing was up last week. Our effort was there, but...
A for effort.
Yeah.
E for execution. Okay. So, what do you have hanging on the wire?
I have a few things, and I just now realized I'm... Okay, hanging on the wires. Let's see.
If you left it in the car, go ahead and grab it. I'll start yodeling.
Okay, let's see. We have The Hitchhiker. This is my first project hanging on the wire.
And anybody who cares, no, I can't yodel.
And here it is on my carbon needles.
Oh, and in case you ask, yep, it keeps going.
Yeah,
and going.
Going and going. Because
going.
apparently I didn't do the increases there because I was watching TV. But there it is.
Sometimes you just have to.
And I was looking for the tag, which this is the yarn. And the colorway is Midnight Sky, and it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's 437 yards, and I'm just going to run it out to the end.
Or she'll just start watching TV and forget about the increases. There you go.
The other item that's still on the wire is the Pinkerton. And this is out of Interweave Knits Spring 2011. I just made a copy because I'm not going to carry around the whole magazine. Yeah. This is mystery yarn. I don't know the name of the yarn, the colorway. It's very soft. It has a little halo, which I don't know if it's true or not, but we think there's mohair in there.
It's very itchy.
Yeah. So that's also being worked on my carbons. And the top is stockinette, and the bottom is a lace. And this is all I have left. So this should be done next week, blocked, where you could pretty much see it better. I did crochet a trim on here because of the stockinette. It's just rolling and rolling and rolling. So I got out my crochet hook and I did a half double crochet at the top here. So I'm hoping when I block it, because right now it's just, it rolls. It's like in a tube.
Now, one thing I found that interesting is you said that they were two different colors.
They were.
They were complementary.
Yes.
But she was able to take two different colored yarn and put them together.
Yeah.
And I've done that like a couple times too, and it's just amazing when you do that and it just works, and you can't even tell that it's really different color. I just love that.
My car knitting, which apparently I talked about last podcast, is my socks in the Patons. The color is olive, and apparently I haven't been in the car much because that's where I'm still at. Haven't touched it 2 weeks, which kind of need to get a move on it. So those are going back in the bag. And the last thing that I have on the wires, which I'm only going to show once a month because it's just my designated as my Sunday knitting, is the Leftover KAL by Wendy D. Johnson. And I believe I'm on the 6th. Where is it here? This is from last time. So, where the marker is where I was last time. Since then I've done, I think it's the baby blue with the purple, the dark blue with the mint green. This is a white with a purple. And then at the top is a yellow, and it looks like a peach. This is for my daughter. This is going to be a Christmas present. And it's just been designated as Sunday knitting. A Knit Picks palette. I have, I don't even know how many skeins, 20-some different colors.
Seems like 92.
Yeah. But it's going to be,
it's not 92.
It's supposed to be 70 inches long, according to the pattern, but I don't know if I'm going to do it that long. My goal is try to at least get, at least every Sunday, at least get one block done, maybe 2 inches long, depending on the Sunday and kind of what's going on. And I have to step away to go grab one thing I forgot, so you can finish your what's on the wire.
Or I can yodel.
Don't sell my seat.
Oh.
Don't sell my seat. I'll be right back.
Well, what I've got going on here is I am on my wire. I have this is Plymouth Yarn's kimono jacket that I've been working on, and it's very pretty. And I'm trying not to. Oh, lost one stitch. Okay, so it's so pretty. It's Baby Me Boo. Another one that I've started is I started another test knit. It's a cowl, and I don't have a lot of I did not ask permission yet to talk about it, but I'm working on mink, and it's just working up absolutely lovely. And it's on lace weight yarn on 2.5 needles, and so I'll show you the stocking knit part. But it's I love it. It's turning out really pretty. Now, I decided to cast on a few projects, and so I started making a pair of socks. I cast on, and then I needed to look at the pattern and stuff, and so I said, you know what, that's it. So it went back in the bag, but I got it cast on.
You're going to start your first pair of socks on double points?
Yes, I like double point needles. They're twos.
Twos?
Yep. And then I did Liliana. This one is off of Nancy Whitman's site is where I found it. It's D. O'Keefe. The pattern is from D. O'Keefe. It's Liliana shawl. And I'm going to be working on this one. Oops. And there we go. And this one is cotton and cashmere. And this one as well, I cast on. I did the provisional cast on, and then I stopped and decided, you know what, let me wait till when I'm feeling better to be able to keep on going with it. So yeah, I didn't get too far, but I cast on. So there you go. And I'm going to be doing another one. Nancy is having a knit along with some prizes, and I'll put the links. Nancy Whitman.
Nancy Whitman.
Nancy Whitman. Yeah, thank you. I didn't catch.
I know two Nancys, so I was like, what Nancy?
Oh, and you know more than two.
Two? Three.
So, it's See You in September and Ocean City Shawlette. I'm going to be doing the Ocean City Shawlette, but haven't bought the pattern yet. And
you got till the 17th, right? That's when it starts?
It starts the 17th, but, you know, even if I start a couple days late, whatever, that's, So, got that one, that one, that one.
Everything on the wires.
And that one. Okay, so that was getting our knitting on. And then new to the satellite store is all you. I don't have any.
No, okay. I have a few things. Well, no, I have one thing because I'm still waiting on my delivery from my indie yarn that I ordered from Germany. I picked off a D-stash on Ravelry, some yarn in the Quinault Canopy colorway, 405 yards, socks that rock. So pretty. They make such pretty yarn. I can't grasp the fact of putting something this nice in a pair of shoes and nobody sees it.
I know.
So
basically what you do is you just make them really, really long and just start a new fashion trend.
I wear sandals. I wear my socks and my sandals. Oh, I get me a pair of Mary Janes. Give me a pair of Mary Janes. But this is not going to be socks. I can't find the camera. There's the camera. Okay.
Sometimes it's hard.
The camera's like right in the front. See? Look at that. First try. There's the camera.
Yeah, so if you can't get it, that's all you do. Just try again.
Sorry if that made anybody dizzy.
Put the yarn down. Okay.
Sorry if that made anybody dizzy. Didn't mean to.
Okay, so that was new to the satellite store.
That
and
is new to the satellite store.
We have DIY.
DIY. Yes, we have. I've been DIYing. I haven't been knitting anything off, but I've been DIYing. So let's see. First, we're going to start with the last podcast. Debbie was showing you these balls that she received to make her dryer balls. So, of course, she made the cat toys out of this. And I kind of talked her into letting me spin some of it up.
I'm like, oh,
with
okay.
Some bunny fur. Angora. So, what I have prepped for Deb is a bobbin with her fiber mixed with her bunny fur.
Which is extremely squishy. It's just so squishy.
Yep. So I'm either going to apply it
really
as a
so
2-ply or leave it as a single. But I think I'm going to, because you like bulky yarn, thick yarn.
After working on the lace weight in 2.5, it would be nice to have a little bit of bulky something.
Yep. So I'm going to get another bobbin together. And because I still have more, I think I have 4 more of her dryer balls still in here with the Angora. So that should easily fill another bobbin. Oh, I got 3. And then 4. Got 4. 1, 2. Yep.
It's right on the other side.
So
or maybe it's not. I don't know. So 3 or 4.
Yep. And since I have been spinning a lot of yarn and showing you a lot of yarn, I don't know how many yards I'm getting out of my ounces that I'm spinning. So
Yay!
A nitty natty. Here in Michigan, we have a local store called, it used to be called ACO, now it's called Ace Hardware.
There was an Ace Hardware down the street from us my whole life.
Yeah. So I went in there, and this is 1/2-inch pipe. I had the guy cut it 1 yard and get the fittings. All these little gadgets and fittings and knobs. Little pieces. Of course, it looks like he did a little bit of crooked cutting, but I'm grateful that they cut it for me. So now I have a nitty natty. So after I apply Debbie's yarn, I can actually tell her how many yards she has so she can plan for your project. Yeah. And now I'm going to have to dig out all my yarn, maybe, I don't know, and then tag it so I know how many yards I have of all my hand spun. And you'll be knitting with my hand spun before I'll be knitting with my hand spun.
Oh, yeah. I've never worked off of hand spun yarn before. It's
I haven't either. I'm hoarding mine till next year. Next year is the year of knitting with my hand spun. It's not this year, next year.
I don't know. If I went through all the effort of making the yarn, I'm going to use it.
I am next year.
Okay.
Next year is the year of my hand spun. Last project.
Oh.
And I gifted Debbie one.
Yay!
So what do you call these?
Caddy.
Yarn caddy. So here's my next DIY. Also, we have a store here in Michigan called Habitat for Humanity, and maybe you have one in your local area, where there's a lot of times the builders or they just take a lot of donations. There's just a lot of odd things in that store, and they do a lot of building for fixing up homes for like low income family or qualifying families.
Some of them are 50% of poverty, and some of them are 20%. You have to go through this whole thing of qualifying for the house and education for it and all different things. But
you have to work on the house too.
Yeah, hours towards it, and it's really a really cool program. And what they do is they have these secondhand stores where
donations,
and so you never know what you're going to get. But it's all building usually building supply stuff or renovation type.
Yeah, carpeting, things like that. But we went there last Saturday looking for some carpeting for the basement, and there was a box of these chair legs. Chair legs, I guess you want to call them chair legs.
Are you done, Sheila?
No.
No, we're not done. We're still recording.
There was...
you can say hi if you want.
I'll come back.
There was a whole box of these for $2 a piece with a little peg on them. So I grabbed two, had this drilled out, and then got a piece of a wooden dowel here. And there you go. Sits on the table or on the floor by the chair. And it's just fabulous.
It really is.
For the yarn.
I can't wait. Some of them can be, I mean, they use beautiful wood, and the construction on them is just amazing, the stuff that they sell at the local yarn store. But I can't justify spending that money. I mean, even if you use one of your discounts on it, it's expensive. So being able to come up for like $250 or something like that just a little bit of effort, it's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So,
yeah. So it's kind of nice. I think I might go get a couple more. That way every project will have its own, unless it gets thrown in, like a little bag. My car knitting, of course, is not going to get one.
What?
The car knitting is not going to get one.
Why not? The car knitting. Oh my goodness, she's discriminating against her car knitting.
Oh, anyway, I ran upstairs. The reason I ran upstairs is we're going to go back to projects on the wire. So I am a bad test knitter. I haven't finished Inkblot. So
no, you had permission from the
designer.
Yeah.
So I'm still right here on Inkblot. The issue was ran out of the yarn. So the problem now was couldn't find any of the yarn, and I'm on row 64. Couldn't find any of the yarn. But however, I believe I'm going to this is not a mountain color skein of yarn, but this yarn I think goes pretty well, and I think I'm just going to go 4 more rows on the bottom.
4 more rows.
Yep, and then I'm just going to do a slip stitch on the top here just to integrate this color in, so it doesn't look, it kind of looks good. So it doesn't look bad that it's just on the bottom and not on the top. And then maybe if I feel like it, maybe I'll crochet like a little flower out of this. Put it on there.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cute too. But yeah, this is where Inkblot is. Inkblot needs to get done too.
Okay.
So yeah, so how many things I got going? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things. Ooh, 2 more and I'm at my limit.
That's all.
That's it. That's
it. Oh,
it.
you probably just finished your hat too, right?
No, this hat, I finished. This is a crochet turban. I crocheted this. This was out of a yarn from Michael's. What's that? Woolies or whatever that is. I think this was done like 2 years ago. This was so quick. This was so quick if you're a crocheter. I think it's on my project page also. But yeah, it's warm. The little pin. It's kind of cute. Kind of cute. Okay. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, I was yawning. I'm sorry. You're
sorry
good.
for keeping you up.
Sorry. Okay, new to satellite store DIY. You were done with the DIY?
I was. I think I did more DIY than I did trying to get things off the needles. So yeah, my DIY segment is over. I did not spin any. Well, I spun a bobbin for Debbie, but I did not create any yarn in the last 2 weeks.
And I appreciate that you did mine.
I did not. Even though I went to Ann Arbor before Easter, oh my goodness, and I got me some roving.
Yeah, you were kind of busy though. It's all good.
Yeah.
And so we have the Knit Along Market Bag. We're going to be starting
May 1st, which is
any day now. So if you want to be an overachiever like Sheila, you can go ahead and start early. We're going to be doing a project thread. We'll start a project thread for posting your finished. I think you mentioned that you were going to do a giveaway.
Yeah.
We're doing a giveaway, but we haven't figured out what it is yet.
The thread will be opened on May 1st, and it'll be closed May 31st. I'll post the prize on May 1st when I open up the thread, and the thread's just going to be for your finished object. That's it.
Now, if we do a...
Oh, and you have to be a member of the group to win. So if you're a subscriber on YouTube and you're going to knit along or make a bag, join the Ravelry group and post your bag, and you could be selected from random number generator for the prize. I mean, I hate to leave anybody out, but if join the group and post your picture, and you could be lucky and get a prize.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, if you're stuck on something, go ahead and post any questions, preferably knitting related or crocheting related or spinning, And if we don't know, there's a lot of times the folks that are on there, they're very, very helpful. There's
a lot of people in the group that know way more than we do.
Yeah, so if we don't know, somebody else will chime in.
Yep.
And you'll probably get a couple different ideas. And for me, I like to be able to have different ideas and different, one answer doesn't always fit everybody. So it's good to have lots of different ideas and input and stuff like that. So
yeah, and to inspire each other is kind of one of the reasons that we started this podcast.
To inspire and electrify.
Well, I don't know about the electrifying part, but I know it's certainly to inspire, because I watch a lot of podcasts, and there are a lot of amazing women out there that just inspire me. I'm just like, I cannot believe that they did that. I want to do that, or I did not know that was available, or there's so many patterns out there that there's no way that I could see every one. But doing a podcast, everybody is doing something different, which you could, you're shown something and you're like, oh my God, that's lovely. I'd like to make that. That would have never came across my path if I wasn't watching the podcast. Somebody else's podcast. That's what I think. Other people might watch podcasts for other reasons, but I mean, I watch a few podcasts that are out of the country, that are not necessarily in the United States, but the majority of the podcasts that I do watch are in the United States. But it's not like I don't appreciate you other girls, in Sweden, the girls in Canada.
You got some really good tips for buying because of the American dollar being so strong.
The Passionate Spinner podcast. She's in Germany. Tracy. I just enjoy watching her every week. I just truly do.
I found one. It's called 90% Knitting. She's out of Pennsylvania.
90% knitting. Okay.
And so she has a store or works in a store, and she's like at episode 149. So she's been podcasting for years.
Oh, you'd have to play catch up with those.
Oh, I just go forward.
Do you?
I'm no stress for me to try and catch up on something.
From the
beginning? No. But she mentioned us.
That was so sweet of her.
So when I commented on her thread or in her group, so thank you so much. And so we're mentioning you back, and maybe she'll say hi one day. And
she's out of Pennsylvania, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's very nice.
It's pretty there.
Yeah.
So, I did have one other thing to mention about the market bag. So there is a thread currently right now where a lot of the members are posting ideas for patterns, which is fabulous. And then there's been one of our viewers or two that's already made a bag and kind of posted a pattern and what yarn they've used. So you feel free to jump in that thread, because I think there is 7 or 8 patterns posted. If you're not sure what you want to do, or what's the popular one, or a knitted one, or a crocheted one. But the thread for the prize will be open on the 1st. But feel free to use the other thread for pattern, yarn. I know I'm probably going to end up using butterfly, the butterfly cotton.
I have leftovers from Eden Prairie.
Oh, okay, there you go. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably set myself up, but I kind of want to make 3, 1 for me and then 2 for Christmas gifts. Because then they make a nice little gift for someone, and
they stretch and stretch and stretch. You can put so much
stuff that's
in
true.
them, and oh my goodness,
that is true.
And then you'll be going to that gift bucket and pulling them out halfway through the summer. Oh no, I needed them.
Yeah, could be.
She looked right over at her gift
I'm
bucket.
looking.
She's like, yeah, it's not full yet.
Nope, not at all. But that's all I have.
Or maybe I could take this hat and put it in the gift bucket.
You could. Oh, my nieces would go crazy for that.
Really? I may have to take my scarf out and.
Oh yeah, they like to play dress up big time.
Well,
they do.
Maybe I'll. I started making a black flower, but I didn't finish the black flower, and because I put the tan thing on there, I didn't finish it.
Oh, I did want to make mention of one other thing, that the scarf that I have on here, I know I'm knitting the hitchhiker right now, but I wanted to let you know that, what's the name of this yarn, Deb?
The pattern is crocodile scarf. Oh, Manos de Uruguay.
Well, your accent's fabulous. But anyway,
oh,
this is the crocodile scarf. Crocodile scarf. And it's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Free?
Yes. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the hitchhiker. I don't know if it's going to look like the hitchhiker when I'm done. But just in case, and kind of ends up here. But just in case if anybody's interested. This was the first one I made. Which was not necessarily the hitchhiker, but I'm doing the hitchhiker now.
Oh, no. Okay, this one right here. This one was a Barocco pattern.
Was it a Barocco pattern?
I think.
Could be.
Now I have to go find it. Oh my gosh.
But you got 3 layers on here. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's really, really long. It goes around that many times. So.
Oh my goodness. Is it like 6 feet tall? Oh, it grew.
Yeah, it was like 5 of that.
You should show that so they could see. This is their pattern.
So it's like 4 knit, 4 purl.
Something along those lines.
Like that. I can't remember how many. But yeah, I love it. I wear this all the time to work when I was working. And always got compliments on it. Loved it. So
it's pretty.
Yeah, you can
pretty.
You can do all sorts of stuff with it.
Well, we want to thank you all for joining us this week. And if you're new, thanks for stopping in. We hope you
rock.
Yes, we hope you were inspired. We hope you come back.
And electrified.
Oh yeah, that's the new thing now.
Inspired and
electrified. That's just great. We're not sure if we can do a weekly podcast as originally was put out there. Did we already discuss this?
No, that was on the one that we didn't record. We originally wanted to do 3 a month.
Yes.
So we're going to still try and do 3 a month. So if you like to watch bi-weekly, then just come back every other week or so, and then you'll see
We'll post it in the group.
Yeah.
The weekly at this time is just, it's kind of very difficult, but I mean, we want to stay in touch and
inspire
and electrify you. But as of right now, the weekly it just won't do. So we just wanted to make you aware of it. So you're not looking for a weekly podcast from us. It'll be bi-weekly with one thrown in there somewhere in the mix, depending on health, school, work.
Stuff.
Yeah, just
Life.
Yeah, life.
Whether or not we can come up with some interesting bonnets to wear.
Yeah, we're going to retire our Easter bonnets, so I don't know what the next podcast will bring, but we'll probably podcast, and you'll see us before the market bag Cal gets started.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll podcast again before that, because we had every intentions of doing an Easter podcast, but because of health and family and the holidays and stuff like that, it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Nope. Not at all. But we
maybe next year.
Ooh, one could hope. One could hope. But we wish you a good week. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you. And always, as always, feel free to start a thread, make a comment, ask a question. We're a group, and we appreciate your support.
You rock.
Thank you very much.
Yep.